Good day. Thank you for joining us if you've got this far. This is actually for the public good. The first call from the coroner of Waterloo Region. This is a return call from a message left on July 19, 2019. The date of the call is July 20th, 2019. It's about 10 minutes, 12 seconds long. I was on a speakerphone and traumatized, trying my best to give, given the circumstances, what we had all been put through. I was actually dealing with this a lot, and was brought in at the last part for trying to help Carrie with the trauma she was going under, because I had no aversion to hospitals because of my experience. Anyway, so I am an emotional and not at my best, so if offended, I hope you can forgive me. But he was my best friend at the time, and being in the middle of what was happening, it was hard enough to believe what was going on. Anyway, that's my opinion. This is here to present to the public and the public good so that you can make up your own mind. We did report these things to the police and everything, so and again, this is just me trying to get them to do the right thing, I guess. It's interesting what you find out. But in the call, the coroner is relaying information shared by administration, no doubt from legal, regarding damage control. For example, info regarding substitute decision maker, which a coroner has no place being. He has no place on that. Again, it makes you aware that they're talking about the politics, and the problem was the decision making of the administration and the execution and in those legal demands. And he even tries to rationalize it. Like, it's basically just as a rationalization and self-denial of absence of authority to do it, because his form was clear. The doctor had the right to stop it at any time. But he also makes a comment there, something about the doctor is the final decision maker then, and had the right to do it, is the implication, for my opinion. Again, it's going to be a little louder because I'm on a speaker phone. I'm a loud person to begin with. Got really good projection. So anyway, so he even makes comments like he cannot do the autopsy because he's dead. So it's interesting, and even more. So listen and decide for yourself. Again, the date is July 20th, 2019, 10 minutes, 12 seconds long. And this isn't easy going over again, but it has to be done in the public good and also to help my friend. And patients everywhere, and more importantly, those staff at the CVC-ICU that supported John in what they thought was their job, what they were led to believe they were supposed to do. And again, I put to you that document says they were to stop, and it's specific what's supposed to happen there. But the fact that the coroner is saying what he says, well, anyway, make up your own mind. Here it is. 10 minutes, 12 seconds long. I'm just going to be quiet and let you listen. Sorry about that. Sorry, what's your name again?
Dr. Upix, I'm one of the local coroners.
Local coroner.
Yeah.
So, did you talk with the team beforehand? Because they were telling us that they did not. Yeah, but I was told that when John died that they did not consult with you. The only time they consulted with you is because we came to them just now.
Yeah, there's no reason to consult with me.
Well, that's funny because the brochure says that you're the one who's supposed to make the call. And the other thing too is that there was problems with on whether or not there's anything going forward. Sorry, one comment. I mentioned a brochure there because at CVC-ICU they handed us a brochure that has information in it.
No, there isn't, because it's a natural death.
No, it's not a natural death.
He had, his heart function was at 20%. He had an extremely weak heart. He had surgery. This is considered a natural death according to the coroner.
You need to do a review of the file as far as the documentation, because they were not supposed to put her in that position. They overruled John's wishes. Excuse me. Excuse me. I am saying, from what we discovered from the file and from the experience, is that John's wishes, he did not have a substitute decision maker, because he said if he was going to die, he was going to die on the table and have the decision. Excuse me, I'm speaking. The doctor was going to make that decision. Carrie was not supposed to make that decision. The people who put her in that position was the hospital, assuming that they were common law. They were not common law. It was only because she feared
that she was going to be withdrawn from any kind of contact or whatever because everybody was badging her that in that room she said she was common law. She's not been common law. She has never been common law. She was pressured into saying common law, but the bottom line is this. Your people are supposed to have the protocol in place. Your people are, well, for what John's wishes were. He did not want her in that position.
Then it would go to the public guardian.
He did not want that he did not want her in that position in the hospital because of their tardiness of not looking at it and seeing what it was, put her in that position, made her make decisions she had. Sorry, what?
Let's accept your argument and say there is no substitute decision maker.
Right.
Then it boils down to the public guardian and trustee.
No, it boils down to you need to do your report, sir, because that means that John was tortured, kept alive against his wishes.
No. He signed a consent that he agreed to this surgery.
And he also left decision maker, substitute decision maker as the doctor, and you guys kept going to Carrie saying, you know, he saying, excuse me, it's been documented, and excuse me, I am at, okay. We are requiring, and based on the fact that I am his best friend, and I am telling you right now, I am aware that that hospital overstepped its bounds. And what I just said, they put her in in a not proper position because that was not John's wishes.
Okay, well,
John's wishes was in that document. Excuse me, can I please speak?
Well,
you need to let me speak, okay? I let you speak, now you need to let me speak. Are you going to do that for me, sir? Can I speak now?
Oh, you don't have to yell at me, or
I'm not yelling. I'm on a speakerphone. I'm also disabled.
Well,
so as I said, and as I said too, it's really interesting that we asked you to do it a specific way procedurally every single time, and every single time you circumvented that, went to Carrie playing on her feelings rather than what is going on here, which is you people broke the law. You people had John...
Sorry, I just have to mention what I'm talking about is Carrie was in a very traumatic situation. She was extremely traumatized, and especially this was after he died, and the way they treated her the way that right after he died was, first of all, they made her think that she was the one that gave the DNR. Then they basically, as soon as he was cold, they said, "Get off the property. You have no rights," basically. So Carrie was, and with the property issues going on with the municipality as well, presented problems. So again, here we are in the middle of this surprise, and so Carrie asked me to take care of it, and that I had indicated in a letter that they were only to speak through me because Carrie was traumatized, and they even went leaving messages on not only Carrie's phone, but Austin, her son's phone, who is autistic. So they crossed many borders. It was unbelievable. And it's only coming back to me now, a lot of this stuff. So anyway, carry on. Oh, the other thing too, he's talking about public trustee and stuff like that because, again, they've had their meeting with damage control.
Cleaning the light, using her as a pawn, even to the point where you did not have her assign the DNR, but you made her believe that she is the one who did it.
Look, you don't
okay, so I am telling you right now, I am asking you, and we are directing as per that letter, and for these reasons, we are asking the coroner to do a full review of this medical file. We are not telling you what your findings are going to be. We are not saying anything like that, but you will make a full review as required by law, sir, and we are asking you to do that based on the fact that there was errors made in the care of John in his last days, and also you put Carrie in a psychological and improper situation, and you used her, and you're still doing it because here we are trying to protect her, and you are going above our rights to protect her in the estate of John in order to play her emotions to try and get him dead and buried without a proper report. To cover your damn ass.
I've reviewed the charge, and there will not be an autopsy done.
So what's your name?
By the
so you're saying that there's not, so you are not willing to look at what happened procedurally with them overstepping their bounds and reviewing the case with regard to that procedure, yes or no?
Now that he's deceased, there is no such thing as a substitute decision maker anymore.
No, she is full, she has full, we have he made a videotape which gives her full authority over the whole estate.
Oh, then she is the substitution decision.
Yes, she is a substitute decision maker, and like I said, you are not going to bully her, and I am going to talk to her first, and like I said, shame on you. You are using her emotional state to try and cover up your crimes. And I am demanding right now, because she is not of an emotional state. That is why we said you are to do it this way, sir. And you people have gone up, and we have asked this for the last 3 or 4 times. And you people have ignored it because it's not about what we want, it's about what you need to cover up. So I am asking again, sir, we are asking you to do a full review of this case. Are you willing to do that or not?
I have done a full review of the case. And what are we covering up?
Then you are going to have a written report, yes?
Yes.
Yes, okay, well then we are going to have that written report sent where?
You can't request it, only Carrie can request it.
Well, did you not read that letter, sir?
No, I was just...
There's a letter that we dropped off that said anything to do with...
Well, I just realized that was Denise's voice in the background. She must have been in the room with me when we made the call.
With anything to do with this situation was to go to me first, and we had arranged when that... Excuse me, I'm speaking. We had arranged that when that happened, she was going to be here, and we were going to have this happen at the same time.
You cannot transfer substitute decision-making to another person.
Excuse me, she was not substitute decision-maker, and she still isn't technically until we get this approved by the lawyer.
Okay,
The only reason why you made her substitute decision-maker is because you people thrust her into a place where she did not belong, and where John did not want her.
Well, Carrie, I explained everything to Carrie.
Well, hey, yeah, you're using her as substitute decision-maker right now based on your findings. Well, guess what? You better do your report. What's the date and time, please, sir?
Oh, don't you know?
No, I'm asking you to tell me. What
I don't
time
have
is
my
it?
watch on me right now.
Listen to the attitude.
7:06. What's the date?
I don't know, July.
July what?
Whatever you want it to be.
Oh, really?
Consider what we had just been put through. And I'm talking about Carrie. I wasn't there every single day. Carrie and Denise and several others were. Carrie was there almost every day. Austin was there a lot. My nephew was there a lot. Denise was there a lot. Even with my apprehension to hospitals because of my experience with these people, I broke down my own personal fears and went in and saw him and joined in the fight to try and save him. What we thought was a fight to save him, which is what he apparently wanted. We were the last ones to know. The staff, every day, begging, being traumatized. There were several days where he got shocked multiple times, like 14 times a day. But the callousness, coldness. It's clear they had some sort of meeting with the administration about damage control. And again, he's playing lawyer now. He's switching back about, who's substitute decision maker, who's this and who's that, and if they were common law. No, the bottom line says if that form, which it does, you just look at the form. What did he sign? Because his declaration was Carrie was to be notified, contacted, not any part of the decision making. There are serious things that need to be looked at here. But again, I'm sorry, I apologize for my state at the time. But we must continue. We're almost done.
You're a coroner. This is an official call, right?
Yeah, look, you have no grounds here to...
You called me, sir, and I have the grounds because she gave me the grounds in that letter, which you should have been informed of, which she is disabled. You are disturbing her rights. You people are steamrolling over her disability. You are using it against her. You are not following any protocol. So you know what? Good luck with that.
All right.
Because guess what? We got the meeting on tape.
Oh, good.
Yeah, everything. And you know what? The record speaks for itself.
All right.
We're seeing a lawyer. Anyway, what's your, as a matter of fact, I am asking for your supervisor. Who's your immediate supervisor?
Or the regional coroner in Hamilton.
Well, then I am asking you to bring that up to his attention, because we do not accept this as an answer, and we are asking him to review it now.
There will be a review.
There will be a review. There better be a review, because like I said, you guys, politics has no business. When the business model meets
There's
the
no
medical
politics.
model, you should be ashamed of yourself. And you know what? From what we understand is the way the law changed, this is mandatory.
Yeah.
So we are requiring an autopsy, sir, because the other thing too is you knew about his Crohn's colitis, and yet you did a procedure on him which perforated his bowel.
No, there's no evidence of a perforation.
Really? Okay, that's why you want sepsis, right?
This is very interesting because listen to his statements. He says there's no evidence, and he's about to make other statements. But pay attention to what he's saying here. It's very interesting and it's very telling.
Where was the infection from? And how would you know that if you haven't examined him?
Well, I can't examine him once he's dead.
Can't examine him once he's dead, but he says there's no evidence of a perforated bowel. The only way you can get evidence of perforated bowel is to do an autopsy.
You're the coroner, and you're not allowed to examine him once he's dead.
Oh, no, I can once he's dead. But
Well, he is dead,
I
right?
can determine whether or not he had a perforated bowel. I can't do that
Why not?
because he's deceased.
Well, he's dead. You are able to do it. You just said you can't do it until he's dead. He's dead, so now you can do it, right? And find out that answer?
No, there was no evidence of a perforated bowel.
Well, that's funny, because he went sepsis. How did he get that? And he only went downhill after that procedure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking for your manager. Who's your supervisor? Who's your immediate supervisor? What's his name? Or her
Her
name?
name is Dr. Karen Schiff
Okay, and where do you contact her?
in Hamilton.
And where? Hamilton's a big place.
The regional coroner's office.
Regional
Look
coroner's
it up on
office.
the internet.
And where's that?
In Hamilton.
You don't know the address.
No, I don't go there.
Oh, you're part of the coroner. Okay, well, yeah. Politics is great, isn't it?
There's
You're
no,
doing your job. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know what? It looks good on paper, just like Walkerton, right?
there's no politics here. So
Really? That's funny, because like I said, the order of John was that the doctor made the call.
yeah.
You people, the St. Mary's Hospital, assumed something and put Carrie in that position against John's wishes,
Okay, I'll
which put
clarify
Carrie
what
through a
her
whole bunch of
wishes are.
shit. And you guys have been using her disability against her, so write your report. We're looking forward to it. Have a nice day.
All right, sir. Good
Yeah,
to
you
see
too. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it. Don't worry. Either way, everybody's going to know.
So there you have that call. Make up your own mind. Again, John went in there and he signed that she was just to be contacted. She didn't happen. Complications set in after July 3rd when he went in for the operation, and he was kept alive until the 18th. If from the meeting that was on July 15th, that was finally called on the 15th, after a few weeks of many contacts, trying to get information and cooperation from them being stalled. Like being told, yeah, the documents, like originally it was like, yeah, come down tomorrow, they're ready, pick them up. Went down there to pick them up, and sorry, they're not down yet. We don't know when they're going to be ready. And then all this stuff going on. It took a little while to catch up. My mom used to work at the hospital for years, so I knew how in administration, central registry, so I knew the procedural aspect of what was required and all that was necessary in order to get a patient's record, which is the ownership of the patient. And again, here's where the ministry can clear it up, and also the Attorney General, because it is the patient's file. The patient owns all the records, has a right to any and all records at any time, and it is the provider who is allowed to keep a copy for their own records, and it's recommended that they do for up to 7 to 10 years after care in case there's some sort of problem. But I guess when you have willing partners and judicial immunity for whatever you feel like, you can do what you want. This is obviously appearing to be the modus operandi of the region of Waterloo. And when they say regional manager in Hamilton, it's the same as when they talk about Ian Kerr and the other thing with regard to landlord-tenant and property issues, is that they are the regional manager, which means they are in control of every region why she's based in Hamilton. Anyway, there was another, based on the thing here, July 22nd, I had a 27-minute and 5-second phone call with a call to the coroner office in Hamilton. I believe that was my conversation with the intake person, so that is available, but I'm not going to play it here. Anyway, then there's a call from local coroner, July 22nd, 2019, which is only 1 minute 42 seconds, so I think that's probably a message that he left. Then there was a message on July 22nd, 2019 for 24 seconds from the coroner's supervisor. But the one that I want to get to is I finally, so again, I called the coroner office in Hamilton on the 22nd, and coroner Dr. Karen Schiff, I think he said Schiff, S-C-H-I-F-F, and I believe her first name is Karen, finally called me on July 29th, and that is a 26-minute call, so I'm going to take a break right now. I'm going to, because I'm almost out of power. So the next call will be a call from the coroner, Dr. Karen Schiff, from July 29th, 2019, 26 minutes, so it's going to take a little bit, but I'll do the same thing. You pretty much got the gist of where things are right now. So I shouldn't have to say too much more. I don't think I will. I'm going to try not to. Just have this play. So we'll be back with the next one. Hopefully you check it out. Thank you for your patience. If you agree that there's a problem here, you need to get in touch with the powers that be. Please help support us in calling for, because we are calling for, again, shoot, where did I put it? Sorry, just give me a second. I forgot to read the back page too. Anyway, we are calling for a full investigation, including persons acting in the right of Canada for criminal procedural issues, human rights abuse, abuse of process and law, abuse of security of person, protecting and other laws, protections and other laws of Canada and international human rights, including Accessibility Ontarians with Disabilities Act and the Committee for the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, we're asking for review by judge. Oh, right here, sorry. We call for a full criminal investigation request review by a judge under section 2741A and B of Ontario Municipal Act, and also inquiry by commissioner under section 223.4 of Ontario Municipal Act. We ask for the rights of all patients and workers to be respected and upheld, especially for those risking their lives every day, including the healthcare workers, support staff, and the police officers and fire and responsible inspectors and public servants. Also, in closing, if you were a staff or support person working in the 2019 and were involved in the care of John Lichty, all we can say firstly is thank you for your service and dedication to your profession. Your care was and is exemplary, especially in light of COVID, and we would like to collectively thank all of you. We are available and have information which may assist you with grievance against these actors for harm that you may have caused and the trauma that you were made to suffer because your administration decided it wasn't important enough to respect John's wishes and do the right thing at any point in time. You guys were there. You know what you went through. I am so sorry. But you know what? If you need anything, please feel free to contact us. The information, the truth is the truth. We have facts that you may be needing and to be aware of. Please contact us. Feel free. We call for a full investigation into the right of Canada, for example, the Crown and the Queen, with regard to the way that they do things as well. Thank you for your patience. I'll be back with the coroner's tape, the call with Dr. Karen Schiff, the regional director from Hamilton. Thank you. Please stay well, be safe, be COVID-free.